Welcome to Wild Troutman Fly Time. I'll be presenting a variation of the renowned Adams dry fly. My creation is the Super Adams, made specifically for its incredible floating capabilities. I'll also have bonus footage showcasing the Super Adams in action, catching gorgeous wild trout. Welcome to Wild Troutman. Here we are. We're going to fire up the long-awaited Super Adams. Very special fly for me. One I use consistently on native brook trout streams, and it just works perfectly as a dry fly for catching native brookies and wild browns, and also as an attractor pattern for that, and as my strike indicator for I usually do a beadhead pheasant tail off of that. So that's what we're going to fire up today. Some iced up hairs here. Oh, I could use that. I just mixed up a blend of dubbing. I don't use the traditional muskrat for the Adams. Traditional muskrat right here. You can see it's a gray. It's a darker gray color compared to the blend that I mixed up, and the blend is 3 different fibers, and they are the Antron Super Dubbing Hexagenia. It's like a mottled brown, darkish brown. That works nice in itself, but it's not actually an Adams color. So I have Orvis Ice Dubbing, an assortment. I put in the UV tan, and I mix that with the Spectra Blend Orvis, the actual Adams gray color that you see there. So those 3 together, this is the color you get. It's more of it's a lighter tannish color more than gray, but it has gray in there. It's got the brown. I might add some of that other dubbing that I just saw here to it as well. This Hare's Ear Ice Blend, that would probably work nice as well. A little bit too light, so I'll add more Hexagenia to it. So the key ingredient is this up-down trout, these fibers. Just absolutely amazing stuff. It floats like a charm, and I think the purists may balk at it, but it's fibers from I believe from a carpet, and you can see how they're split, where they come automatically as a wing. Very, very nice. So we have that, and you can easily put that in as your wing for your Super Adams. Or you cut it in half and you use it as the tail. 1/2 as a tail. It's a little bit bulky. You just got to tie in the very nub of it, and it just gives great support to this fly as your strike indicator. And there you go. This is on a size 10. It's a little bit big. Usually it's 12s, 14s, and 16s, but that's where we're going. So you can see how that's bulked up there in the tail area. So I'll have to smooth that out to give it a nice transition. Wind your thread up to the mid-thorax position there where the natural wings would be, and you can see this is burnt on the end. And so you want to do is just go in and scrape off that little blackened area, because it adds bulk, and you don't need that, and it already has its flexed form for the wing. So just scrape that out of there, and then bring that on top in the thorax, and just do a figure 8 there around. And they're not perfectly even, so you want to even them out as you tie it on there. So boom, there it is. You got the wings already. Two winds around. Do a couple figure 8s here to secure that in nicely. Okay, there you go. Always leave enough room up front for the head of your fly. Not that the trout are really going to care, but just aesthetically, it's just pleasing to the fly fisher's eye more than anything. A little trim on the top there. Okay, there you go. Got that in. Now traditional grizzly and brown rooster neck. Pick out a nice firm fibers, size 10. And here's my grizzly fiber. All this webbing, you're going to get rid of that. Just so you go with your fingernail and just pull that back. Just pull that off. You cut it off also, but there you go. Snip off that edge. That's my grizzly fiber. Here we go. Got the rooster neck. Nice brown rooster. Two necks that just, you know, you need a brown, you need a grizzly. Blue Dun, Cahill. Getting pretty picked clean here. Alright, same thing. Here's my feather. Got the webbing area, it's not stiff, it's not going to support your fly, it's going to attract water in those little webbed area of the feather. So get rid of them, pull that back, and just you can snip it right now at the excess webbing part. You don't need all that. So got two feathers here, and I tie them in either way, either the brown first, the grizzly first. It works. And just if you go put them both together, concave, both together, tie them in, and you could separate your wing material on top with the butt ends of those rooster hackles, and that'll keep your wings splayed even easier. You don't need a lot of wraps here. Boom, done. A couple wraps up front. Snip off the butt ends of that hackle. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm just going to bend them forward slightly so they're right in position. Wind my thread back a little bit here, and I didn't have my high-tech swax. I didn't even realize what it was called. Loon high-tech swax. This wax, I wouldn't recommend it. It is beyond tacky. It is so tacky, it just gets into everything. So this is the high-tech. I know they have another version. I'm not sure if they have a medium, but you don't need the high. You could do the low for sure, because this just gets really messy. Your fingers get all sticky, and yeah. But it does work really nice with getting that dubbing to stick very well to your thread. So my fingers are already sticky from just picking that thing up, so I think it's going to stick to my fingers. Alright, so get a little piece of your dubbing, and since this is a blend, I'm going to further mix it up here just to make sure we got things properly evened out with all the different fibers. So, and just a tight little noodle here of dubbing material for our super atoms, and just spread that out as you go down here. A little bit extra there. So there is our dubbing noodle. And remember, when you put that, when you tie in the tail material, it is a bit bulky in the back, so we're going to have to wind our thread back and just even that out so we have a nice smooth tapered abdomen. Come back to the tail area and just begin winding forward here. It's a little bit bulkier than an average dub, though that turned out really nice there. Because this is one of the key ingredients of this fly is its ability to float in fast-moving brook trout streams. Just nip a little bit of excess off there. And supporting a dropper. So we do need a little bit of extra dubbing material there. I do not use the Hackle pliers. So just start here, wind it around, and I don't know how many I did back there. 4, 5 maybe. And then just come up to the front and try and evenly space these out. There we go. Okay. Same thing with our Grizzly. Start rearward and successive wraps, one in front of the other, coming forward. And we probably could have used this for a size 14 instead of a... Yeah, I never had a good pair of Hackle pliers growing up, and they would always break my feathers. So I said, the heck with it, I'm just using my fingers. Maybe after 50 years it's time. Okay, there we go. That's looking pretty sweet. You want your hackle 1.5 times the bend of your hook, 1.5 times the size of the hook gap, the bend in your hook gap. That is only about a 1, so I needed a little bit bigger feather. But hey, this is the first time we're tying one of these. We're going to do multiple, so boom, 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 come down in, boom, there we go. Once you get one in there, come on here and you could snip off the top of your hackle there. Nice pair of sharp scissors is a really good way to go there. Okay, so I did one. I'm going to send in another one. A couple times around, and then boom, nice and tight. Head of that fly is a little bit bigger than what I would like, but maybe we'll use thinner thread. There we go. Super atoms in the flesh. Give a little trim off the top there. There we go. And we can come in here with our dubbing needle. I'm going to have to clean up my desk here because I got stuff all over the place. Where is my dubbing needle? That's why I don't like a lot of tools, because I never could find them and they're usually on the floor. And you can just pick out the some fibers here on your abdomen of your super atoms. And it just gives it a more buggy appearance, and it helps it float even better. It does expose your thread color. Okay, here we go. Give it a little whirly twirl. Headshot. Yeah, it's kind of pretty. Not too shabby. Here we go. Super atoms. Thank you. Thank you for watching Wild Trout Man. Thank you for your support. Thank you to all my subscribers. Get out there and catch some wild and native trout. How amazing. This fly is absolutely killer. I almost use it exclusively when I'm in a smaller stream. It works fabulous. It floats so well. It's so buggy looking. The native brookies just pound it, and I've caught some big wild browns on this as well. So great as a dry fly, great as an attractor pattern. If there's something hatching, if there's nothing hatching, this thing works. And you just tie off the bend of the hook 18 inches down, tie off a beadhead pheasant tail, and use this as it's a double. It's a strike indicator, and it's a dry fly. So you're getting them both ways. You're getting them on the top, you're getting them on the bottom. It is just absolutely killer. It's a fabulous way to go. Love it. So there it is. There's my creation, the Super Atoms. Thank you.
Slower inspection time, might be a little more finicky here. So yeah, the water it lost its clarity, which sometimes that helps. It's not like it's muddy, but it is a little, ooh, there's a rise. Oh man. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh man. Yeah, one came up right there. Right in there, came up. Ooh, oh shoot. Oh man. Wow. Oh, I had a nice fish on. That was a tug and stop. Yes. Beautiful brown. God, he came up for the dry. Wow. That's cool. Look at that baby. Not much of a battle for this big guy. Nice golden brown on the dry fly. Came up, I don't know, maybe I had him on the nymph. Maybe that was, wow. My fly just stopped dead. Look at this fish. How cool. That's a prize. On the Super Atoms. Look at that. Stunning. On the Super Atoms. Beautiful. I'm just using that as a strike indicator today. This big boy came up and nailed it. Just an absolute slammer on a dry fly in October with the rain coming down and the leaves falling and the wind blowing, and this guy is just unbelievable. Came up and smacked the dry. I saw him rise shortly before. Let's get him back in the water, get him back in his home, get him back to the stream.